Welcome back to Le Foot, your podcast about French football, where PSG is heading to Budapest for the Champions League final against Arsenal. What a run-in it has been this spring for the Parisians. Nantes will instead join Metz in Ligue 2 next season after losing at Lens. Two clubs with two nightmare times. They might not be relegated, but Marseille, they have all matters of issues to deal with now. Just ask Aubameyang and the fire extinguishers. Yes, we will give it all to you. Prono is firing up with one match week to go and points in the bag. Jeff is in Ireland, Sinayoko is on fire, and much, much more. On y va.
Hello and welcome back. How are you, Charlie?
All good today. It's a bit different this time around because it's only the two of us, Dennis.
Yeah.
Jeff, he's traveling in Ireland.
In Ireland, yeah.
Beautiful round trip.
Yeah.
Sounds very romantic.
Yeah, I'm a bit jealous.
A bit jealous. Yeah, because imagine springtime, Irish green, and driving around that landscape.
Yeah. I think you must enjoy the time there now. Having some vacation as well.
Guinness, maybe.
Ooh, split the G.
Do you think Jeff is a Guinness boy?
I think he can appreciate one, maybe two.
One tops.
Yeah, one tops. Yeah. I don't know. We have to ask him when he comes back.
We do, and we're gonna have to manage without him. And everyone who has waited 1 week to hear Jeff's serene voice will have to wait another week. But we will do our best, me and Dennis.
Auxerre versus Nice. Auxerre beats Nice 2-1 at home turf. And our favorite player, Sinayoko, he scored.
Again.
Yeah.
And what a player he is. He's on fire at the moment, and he might be the difference between them being relegated and them staying up at the moment. But this was an even match. I mean, in the rain at Stade Abbe Deschamps, you had two teams fighting for their lives, and it was just a great watch. I think this was, in my opinion, the match of the weekend. Started off with an early goal as well for Nice, Diop scoring after... I mean, Leon takes the first shot by Show, but the rebound out, and it's an empty goal just to place it in for Diop. And then Marat, I mean, we talk about Sinayoko, but he has been scoring a lot lately. 3 goals in 2 matches, and I know, bad defending from Nice before that. But around 70th minute, he gets the ball on the right side. And what does he do, Dennis?
I mean, he does what he always does. He scores the goal.
He scores the important goal, and I mean, Sinayoko, he slots it home between Nice goalkeeper Diouf and the post. It's a place where normally you don't score many goals, but it's a hard shot and a hard one for the goalie to take. And I mean, more chances were created as well. We could have seen more goals here. Danois had a great chance, and Wahi as well for Nice, 1-on-1 with Lyon, but he does that save is just incredible. Yeah. And in the end, we have 2-1 and Nice down on a negative qualification spot.
Yeah.
I mean, Auxerre has held that position for a long time now.
Yeah.
And they're starting to breathe some fresh air. But we're going to get into the upcoming opponents because Nice playing Metz in the final game of the season at home. And Auxerre is actually traveling to Lille.
Yeah. That's nerve-wracking. No, but I hope... what? Sorry.
Yeah, so Dennis, do you think that we should consider Nice favorites to stay up, given the remaining fixture they have at home versus Metz?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, Auxerre... but I like both Auxerre and Nice. I think they're both Ligue teams.
Both should stay.
Yes,
preferably.
Both should stay. Yeah. So... hopefully they will win in the playoffs. But I mean, if I have to choose between Auxerre and Nice, Sinayoko is in Auxerre.
yeah. And he is turning up. I mean, it must be such a tough time to be doing so great, and it's still there looming. And we're going to get into it in a section later because there is a literally fiery ending of Ligue 2. And this week we're going to have the qualification rounds, and we're going to see what clubs will face either Nice or Auxerre for relegation or qualification. Will be a really interesting one.
What do you? Which team would you rather have stay in Liga?
But I agree with you, Dennis. I think both should be there. But the one facing relegation qualification might actually play Saint-Étienne, and that is a club that we need in the top division.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we could be discussing 3 different clubs that all I think should play in Ligue 1, and we only get to choose 2. I want all of them to stay, but let's see. I mean, they gave us a great match on Sunday, Auxerre and Nice. I think there is some players that we have been talking about a lot throughout the season, and I think Nice, it's basically a club that should be in the top tier. With the fans, supporters, with the stadium, the city, you talked about it as well. And Auxerre is Auxerre. It's a classic provincial club with a lot of character and a lot of characters.
Yeah.
So I think it's a really hard choice here, but we will just have to wait and see.
Moving on to Toulouse versus Lyon, and I mean this was an important match for Lyon, I must say, and unfortunate for them that they lost this, but more praise to Toulouse. They did a very good game.
In the table, they have nothing to play for heading into this match, and as you say, Lyon could have secured Champions League football for next season, or at least, with a win. But I mean, it's Toulouse starting off being the edgiest teams. It's the final match as well for Carles Martinez, God's plan, at home as a Toulouse manager, because they are heading to an away match next weekend. And we had an early chance for Hidalgo, for Toulouse, but then 10 minutes in, we have the magic of Gboho. And what a pass. Cutting through, several defenders to Dayan Metali, and he makes no mistake, right?
Goes to the far post and just smashes it.
Yeah, 20-year-old.
Yeah, wow, yeah.
And then, you have... It's an even match, but I would like to also take the perspective that you're talking about there, saying, giving praise to Toulouse, because it's a tough one. And then... Tolisso, though, what a player he is for his club. Heading up to the corner, heading home 1-1. But some magic from Gboho on the edge, and then getting the ball into the substitute Kamanzi, the Norwegian Rwandan, scoring. And overall, a very entertaining match.
Yeah, I must say, it was a lot of back and forth, and... quite an even game, I must say.
Yes.
But we see Toulouse coming out on top, and but more so interesting for Lyon. We have Lille very close in the tables now, and we have Rennes.
Exactly, and talking about the Champions League race, we might as well jump straight into the third match that we just want to break down a bit for you, and that's Monaco-Lille. They play down in Monaco at Stade Louis, and I just want to start off. The referee, he's a definite copy of the Arsenal player Trossard.
Really?
Clément Turpin is it's a copy. When I watched the summary here, I was like, this is the same person. They must be related. And for everyone who hasn't seen this French referee but who knows Trossard or the other way around, just do a bit of Googling. What do you give it? 1 to 10 on the lookalike scale?
They could definitely be brothers, like just a year apart or so.
Right?
Yeah.
And when you Google this, you start to realize that a lot of people has Googled this, and they are confirmed to be not related.
Not at all.
No.
Damn.
Yeah, but to the match then.
To the match.
I think that twice Monaco play on the left flank.
Yeah.
So creating some chances, and Lille doing as well, but I think overall it's a 1-0 victory away after an own goal. It's not the best of football matches that the world has ever seen.
No, unfortunately not. I see Akliouche as well with 2 shots, decent chances, but no goals.
No. And watching when I see these clubs face each other now in this match, one thing that struck me is I think there are several times when midfielders in Monaco does great work in midfield and then drives up the ball towards the offensive part of the pitch, and they always try to do something in the final third themselves instead of actually taking a technically more easy path, passing the ball on to Balogun or Akliouche, someone other offensive player. And I think that hurts them sometimes because they do, win the ball. They do, get past one opponent in the midfield. But then in the final third, you have Balogun. He's on fire.
Yeah.
I think feed more balls to him, easy passes. And then it's up to him to find somewhere to slot the shot or even pass it back and build an attacking force using the passing quality. But, they take some long shots. They're trying to find their way through themselves, the midfielders. And I think it's a tricky one.
Who would you rather see up there trying to support Balogun? Is it more? Is it a player missing up there? Should they maybe change the positioning, or what do you think, Charlie?
I'm not sure. For me, it could be that it could be something they need to get into the training ground, because I think that there is several times where you have Camara, Bamba, or even Koulibaly who came on later. They come in a good position, driving the ball with good pace. They have good technique, but the decision making. For me, it's more about the decision making than bringing in a substitute. I think having a lot of practices where they need to test their decision making and maybe seeing how to constructively work to improve that. I think that all players should be free to take their own decisions on the pitch. That's how it has to be. I think all best players and clubs work a lot with the free decision making for quality players. But I think here they're missing out on some chances by doing that.
Yeah, definitely. And it's unfortunate. I mean, Monaco is a great team, and they're a lot of fun to watch.
Yes, and Dennis Zakaria, though, that's a terrible own goal. It's a slide tackle kind of that turns into a shot into his own goalkeeper's corner, it's unlucky. Own goal is own goals.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate.
Well, the question is then, Dennis, from a Dennis to another Dennis, would you have done it better in that situation? I think so.
Maybe, yeah.
It's a weird goal. I mean, if someone is a conspiracy theorist, they can look at that and think, what's going on here?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking about, like, I don't know, maybe something happened in the situation that made him make that choice. I mean, we're all in weird situations in life, you know. But no,
it's not the best moment for dear Dennis.
No. Ligue check, and I think we will start at the top with this one. I think it's safe to say that PSG is going to win this. I mean, they would have to lose both games and Lens would have to win both games. PSG and Lens are facing off this week, and then PSG has Paris FC, and there's on top of that a goal difference.
Yes, 16 goals. That's not possible.
No.
So I mean, mathematically, yes, they're not done, but practically and in every way and sense, they are there. They can't just celebrate yet. So we will look ahead a bit to the final match weekend in the end. But I just want to mention, call out from this one is that I think Desiree Doué had a fantastic match for PSG, scoring a beautiful decisive goal late. And I mean, he's been stepping up in the league lately. Yeah. I've been a bit tough on him at times. The youngster Mayulo, he also had a fantastic match. And another call out, we've talked a lot about the goalkeeper situation, Safonov, Chevalier, but I think they might have found a possible new number one in Renato Marin. I mean, the Italian 19-year-old, strong performance.
Yeah, well, it's very impressive what he's done there. And I mean, as you said, we have been a bit questioning Savanov, but seeing Marin with this performance, I mean, it's great to see a young goalkeeper like this just doing a really good job.
No, for sure. And before we leave the capital here, we need to talk about Paris Saint-Germain presenting and playing in their new shirt for next season. And Dennis, I want to hear your take on the design, and we're gonna give it to for our listeners. Of course, you can look in social media channels, you can Google and see the new design. But Dennis, I want you to give me your take, fashion-wise, on this new shirt.
I don't know if I like it. I mean, it's as you said, go look it up. And my initial take is, are they gonna run around in like superhero costumes?
But that's the thing. Like looking at the colors, I think they are nice and a bit paying homage to older seasons. Also having a bold red line in the middle, it's okay. But overall, given I think it's the design and the drawing of the shirt with also a bit of red on the shoulders, I can agree with you that it's giving me a bit of Spider-Man vibes.
Yeah, I think they could have added some patterns to it to make it look a bit more, just a bit more nice. I really like the patterns of their current kit, and I must say it's a very nice design. And their new ones, I don't know.
But I'm gonna say here that for me, they overdid it a bit with the red lines on the shoulders, and I think also when you look at the neck part of the shirt, you can't tell if it's a V ring. I mean, if it's gonna be a V or if it's gonna be an O ring, and that makes it feel like you have a T-shirt underneath.
Yeah, and that's true.
That's a choice.
That is true.
But overall, it has its pluses, it has its minuses. If you're gonna go as a Spider-Man to a costume party, you might get away with it wearing this one. But enough of to be champions. We need to look at the other match week, because Nantes, Dennis, they are joining Metz. They are going down, and they are not sent down by anyone. We have a crazy story this weekend for us, for everyone who didn't watch Friday match between Lens and Nantes. Nantes actually put up a good fight. But in the end, a 16-year-old coming on, Messian Soares, with his first and second touch, he scores the decisive goal. His first and second touch as a professional football player sends a big club like Nantes down to the second division.
That is crazy. What a first entry into the world of football and his career. I mean,
what a start.
Yeah.
And do you think we're gonna see more of him, Dennis, in top football?
I mean, it's of course very early to say, but given his performance, he got 11 minutes of play time. So I don't know if it's enough to say how things will go, of course, but definitely a prospect to have in mind.
Yeah, and I mean, he's playing for under 16. He has been playing for under 16s for Portugal. Yeah, fantastic talent, and and just to give a thought to Nantes there, Vahid, I saw some interview. I think it was with Ligue Plus, and he was actually speechless. And it just really reminds me that relegation in football, I mean, it is a really tough thing. I know we're dealing with sports, but the emotions are there. And Vahid, he could barely, continue talking in the interview because he was so sad. And we talked about him. He got suspended for his lashing out on the referees. And you must say that there's a lot of emotions in this old coach. And it really struck me when I saw that interview that it's a lot of emotions going into this, and I felt quite a lot of respect as well. I mean, it's hard work, and we joked a bit about him being suspended for the remainder of the season, even though he should be the caretaker manager who can save a new contract. But a sad story, of course, not this season. They've been terrible.
Yeah, it's really sad, and I mean, it's also sad to see a player like Aubameyang, Matisse, go down and play in Ligue. It's someone that at least I've appreciated watching.
He was good this match as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's been putting on performances, and let's see what happens with him. I think that there is other clubs that's gonna really try to sign this one, and I hope he stays in Ligue, because there is a great set of clubs who would need him. But of course, I mean, he has a market value, according to Transfermarkt, he has a market value up around the 20 million euro. Yeah. And he has an agreement all up until 2028. So someone needs to pay to get his signature. And
but I mean, given his performance this season, I don't think it's impossible to break that value for some team in Ligue.
No, I think I agree with you there, and he's a somewhat young Frenchman that has proven himself now, and will be really interesting to see. And speaking about proving himself, we have Le Paul in the score sheet again. 20 goals, the magical number, you know. One season, 20 goals, and what a season!
Yeah, I know I laughed a bit there, but it's crazy.
It is crazy.
It's crazy. It's insane to see those stats.
And I mean, his goals are also contributing here to Rennes being in the race for that Champions League spot. I mean, we can just dive right into that. Lille on third place the third place is direct qualification for the Champions League, has 61 points. Lyon on fourth place, which is qualification for the Champions League, has 60 points. And then Rennes on fifth has 59 points. So keep that in mind when we look ahead to next weekend, because Rennes, they are playing OM away. It's a tough one, but OM is where they are at the moment, which is not a fantastic place. And then we have Lyon playing Lens. So, I mean, no easy points for anyone there, and there might be a reshuffle before we are done. But we have asked ourselves many times this season, Dennis, you have Lille, you have Lyon, you have Rennes. Who do you think will not manage to qualify for the Champions League?
I mean, Lille is, of course, one of the best teams in Ligue. Lyon is one of the best teams in Ligue. So I think, I mean, Rennes, of course, is also a very good team. But I think we'll see Lille and Lyon in the Champions League next season. But I mean,
we've been wrong before.
We have been wrong before. We have. But I think the most guaranteed right now is Lille, especially since they are also playing Auxerre next week or this upcoming.
I agree with you. I think they're gonna come out victorious out of that one.
Yeah. So I think that's a guarantee for me, and then we'll see on Lyon and Rennes. It's going to be very interesting to see.
Yes. Next weekend, Sunday evening, 9 o'clock, it all concludes, and I'm here for it.
What do you think, Charlie?
No, but I'm there with you that I see Lille. They will most likely win against Auxerre. So that leaves us the Lyon grabbing a victory against Lens at home, or Rennes winning against OM. And I think Lyon has a okay chance beating Lens at home, because I mean, Lens has been fantastic, but at this point they are they're already qualified for the Champions League. They're not going to win the title. It's more like let's put up a great performance in the end. Would that be enough to beat the hungry Lyon? I don't know. It's really 50-50, Rennes and Lyon for me.
Olympique Marseille and a little training camp. At the end, we have Aubameyang using a fire extinguisher.
Spraying down a staff member's room. I mean, the kind of chaos that we're talking about here belongs in a high school somewhere. This is professional athletes. But I think we need to give the listeners the background here.
Yeah.
I mean, as you all know, who's listening to us week in and week out and follow this beautiful league, there's been a really, really tough spring for Habib Bey and Marseille. There's been tensions. There's been terrible performances and also terrible results, resulting in them missing out on Champions League football, and they risk missing out on all European football because, I mean, they're playing Rennes. Anyhow, we're going to get back to the story now. So after Lorient lost last week, they did, the management and the club said that we're going to lock in. We're actually going to have a curfew now and just being the training ground and improve. Yeah. And then on the 4th day of curfew last week, in the evening, apparently there has been some trashings of rooms and spraying down the staff member Bob Tairi's room with a fire extinguisher. And the culprit here with the fire extinguisher is Aubameyang. I mean, it has not been taken lightly, and he was then suspended by the club to take part in the win against Le Havre this weekend. But I mean, I've understood. I've read several media outlets now, and I've understood that it's a bit of a prank. And you have some serious things raised by some players. I heard Rulli saying that we actually have families and places to be, and this is really, really tough to be on this curfew on the training ground. But for it to then become some kind of high school prankster situation is just. Did you expect it, Dennis?
No, God, no. I mean. It's professional football players, and I think if you want to be at the top, I've never heard of something like this.
But let me ask you this then. So, if the performers were terrible at your job, they're gonna do a curfew and lock you guys in there. Let's just say that's not gonna happen, but let's say it would happen. Would you be the person losing it in the end, being the high school prankster and doing a fire extinguisher in the person responsible for the curfew's room?
That's interesting. I'm gonna say no.
You would take it easy.
Yeah, I would take it easy. I would just maybe listen to some music in my downtime and read a book. I don't know.
But we must add here that of course it's tough being away from family and so forth, but I guess as supporter it's also tough seeing your club losing week in, week out, terrible performances. And they did not lose this weekend though. They got 1-0 versus Le Havre. Le Havre missed a penalty, and it was actually quite a dreadful display by OM as well. So it's not like they've improved much. No. And Habib Bey, manager as well. I mean, he has been out in the media now criticizing the media a lot. Also false. He's criticizing people writing falsely, but also focusing a lot about people writing about him personally. And here I just want to add that when it becomes too personal, I think I don't like it that much. I mean, I don't think that's good because he referred to he can take a lot, but when it becomes very personal and when it becomes lies, then it's harder to manage and it becomes a different kind of animal. So another week. Another Olympique de Marseille. Then we could have an episode talking about this chaos. Only this, right?
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, to be addressed as, just as you say, personally, he's not being addressed as the coach or manager for Olympique Marseille. And I mean, if I were in a professional setting and would answer like just professionally in general and be addressed not in the context of my professionalism or what I do. I mean, it feels weird.
And it must be frustrating.
Yeah.
I hear you that as well. And I think there is so many things going on here. We're going to try to look at what Marseille should do this summer because there's quite a lot of cleaning up to do. And I mean, this tension as well that seems to be in the rooms with the players and everything. We've had the Greenwood story over the season where there is clear I'm not sure if mistrust is the right word, but there is a lot of aggravation towards each other. You have the management, you have the players. It's just not sustainable.
No.
And I think Aubameyang should maybe not at that moment now cause headlines all over the world by using a fire extinguisher.
No, definitely not. But I mean, I don't know, he's at the end of his career. I think I don't know.
He doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, no, I mean, given that action, no, I don't think so. I think he just wants a fun exit or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. What? I don't know. We've been talking about Marseille for so much since we started this, and
the story keeps coming. We got a potential manager carousel this summer with 6 managers in Ligue having their agreements expiring. And there could be clauses and other stuff, but 6 managers for 6 different clubs. And Dennis, which one is mostly interesting to you, would you say?
I'm gonna say Kumbaria at Paris FC. He's done an excellent job since he entered.
And there is the clause there.
Yeah, so I mean, he can. I know the contract just was until the end of this season, so I hope that it gets, or that he extends it, that they make a good enough offer. Yeah. I mean, that's going to be so interesting to see. I think that Kumbaria is going to take it.
Yeah, that's because that, I think, is the question mark, right? The club, they must be so happy with him that the contract extension will be on the table. The clause will be activated. But will he accept it? I think that's... I mean, why not? I think that he should be a part of this project for 1 year longer. I mean... what you could wonder there a bit when you come from planning when it comes to planning a football club and here the growth that Paris FC, I expect them to be looking at to do. Is Kumbaria the next person to lead this big project? I mean, he has shown that as a football manager, he's incredibly competent. So that one is interesting. Personally, I think also the situation with Olivier Pantaloni in Lorient is very super interesting, because there the club has given him an offer, and a good one, it is said to be. And he did not take it. We need to put here in context that Pantaloni has had a fantastic season as a manager for Lorient. He's done a fantastic job. They were... ahead of this season promoted from Ligue 2. And then the year before that, he took them up in his first year as a coach of the club. So, I mean, in 2 years, he's taken up to the top division, and then he's stabilized them in a very good place, and they put some really impressive performances. So, of course, the club, they want him to stay, but he has denied it. And, I mean, you have player Arbigel saying it's an absolute disaster, this. He gave an interview, and he really wants coach to stay. But I'm then thinking, where is Pantaloni going? Because I have a feeling that he has something better in mind.
Yeah, I know, or no. He says that he or it's not about the money, kind of. It's more about the game and the football. And I think it's an interesting statement.
For sure.
Like, is he not? I don't know. Doesn't he like to be in Lorient or whatever? I don't know.
Maybe he is looking at a club on a bit higher level, and it will be really interesting to follow where he ends up being. I mean, he has been in Ajaccio, Tours, and then this is the 3rd club as a professional manager. Maybe he sees his chance now to move on to something really big, and I think he deserves it too.
Yeah,
because these 2 years he has proven himself, and there is some clubs out there in France. Because we need to also talk a little bit about Claude Puel. I mean, he has done an okay job, I would say, coming in during this season, trying to save Nice. It looks quite likely that they will remain. We will have to see after match week 34. But I think Nice also could start looking into a new project, perhaps. He is a stable manager, but to build on for the future. Or they look at a solution where they give him a contract for 1 or 2 years.
Yeah.
And then you have Genesio in Lille.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a bit weird though, Dennis, if they manage to get to the Champions League, which looks they're in a good position now after the win versus Monaco.
Yes.
Do you think that Lille should keep Genesio?
I mean, yeah. I think they're doing great. Yeah, I think they should keep him. But they might be prioritizing Thiago Motta.
Yes, because there's rumors, right?
Yeah, there are rumors about him.
Yeah.
But he hasn't been coaching since Juventus season 24-25. So
and he had a tough exit there.
Yeah,
I mean, he did great for Bologna before that, I remember, and then he took that big step to a really massive club in Juventus, and you could say flew a bit too close to the sun, perhaps. And now he's there without a job since, and maybe it will be an interesting, match though to see if that would happen. See Thiago Motta coaching a club of Lille size and heading into the Champions League.
What would you want to see Genesio stay in Lille?
The thing with Lille is that I think result-wise they have done fantastic and they've had a defensive stability. But I think there is a few. I think that the coaching, when it came to the Aston Villa matches in the Europa, I would say that they some priorities putting players there on the bench and resting them for the league, etc., was a bit strange to me. And also, I think there are a lot of focus on the defensive part, which I can appreciate when it comes to getting a result. But to watch, I mean, as a objective supporter of Lille, I think that it would be interesting seeing another manager come in. And I'm not sure whether the club reasons the same way, that maybe they see an expiry date to the football they are playing under Genesio and look to play a bit of a more optimistic football. But I want to add here to this list, we have Carles Martinez. We know already he has stated he's leaving Toulouse. But this is quite a lot of managers likely to leave their club, and that means there's vacant places. And then we haven't even talked about OM, where we have a hard time seeing Habib Bey continuing, at least under these circumstances. And there could be some replacements within this list as well.
Yeah,
Who knows?
now we're talking.
Because I'm sticking my chin out and I'm going to say Pantaloni to Olympique de Marseille.
Yeah,
after
that
the
could
2
happen.
seasons. Yeah, it would be an interesting fit. I'm thinking also one person with an expiring contract is former player Didier Digard in Le Havre. And to have him down in Marseille is also quite an interesting one. So let's really see. Of course, we have already Habib there, but will he stay? That's going to be seen later.
Now we have to talk about Le Mans against Bastia in Ligue. What is happening there? I mean, they were up 2-0 and then fans threw firecrackers and flares on the pitch, and it's caused chaos.
Yeah, I mean, we have the conclusion. It has been done now last Saturday, and Le Mans was on the way up to Ligue with the 2-0 up. And as you say, the fans of Bastia facing relegation to League 3, it got too much for them. And I mean, emotions too high for sure, and not something that is great. And the match was suspended, so officially until Wednesday, Le Mans is not promoted, but that they are gonna get the victory in 3-0, and we have Bastia going down. So in the end, no difference in the results here, and we have to congratulate Le Mans. But dramatic situation, and of course you have a no Corsican side for the first time in a very long time that's going to be in the top 2 divisions of French football, which is sad. And this just got too much. And Le Mans, if we stop there, what a project. I mean, they faced a financial very big restructuring of financially in 2010, and now they're heading back into the finest room there is in football, and that's Ligue. And a fantastic season. Also interesting, it's a Brazilian consortium financially backing Le Mans, and there you have tennis player Novak Djokovic amongst other stars. I mean, really interesting project they got going on there. Le Mans, we've talked about it before. You can connect it to racing quite a bit, but it's interesting. We also need to just go through what to expect now this week. We have Ligue 2 concluded, but you have the qualification race going on now. So we have Troyes and Le Mans promoted to Ligue 1. Fourth place Red Star, they will host Rodez on Tuesday now, tomorrow already, for the first playoff. The winner will face Saint-Étienne on Friday.
That's so exciting.
Yes, Saint-Étienne will play at home, and then we're going to have... It's a final match on Friday. Who is going to be joining these other two clubs up in... to play for being in Liga, which is it's super interesting. And then, of course, we will have to conclude Liga to see who is going to be playing to be relegated or to stay up. But I'm going to follow this closely this week because... this weekend was a lot of emotions, and as always with our beautiful French football, there's going to continue to be emotions. Do you have any, if you place your bets, Dennis? So we have Red Star, we have Rodez, and we have Saint-Étienne. Who do you think going to be making their way to be playing for a Ligue 1 spot?
Saint-Étienne.
Saint-Étienne.
Yeah, I think Saint-Étienne is. I mean, they've been up there before, and then it's. To me, it's a Ligue 1 team, and or a Ligue 1 club at least. I think I would like to see Saint-Étienne back in Ligue 1. What do you think, Charlie?
No, for sure. I think the same. Also must count for something that they're on the third place, right? The fourth and the fifth place, Rodez as well as Red Star Paris. But I have somewhat of a feeling that Red Star Paris might go far here.
Yeah?
Yes. Some. I can't tell you what it is, but they've had a strong running as well. I mean, they've been pushing and some decent form there could put them on top. But of course, if you ask from what I want, then I would say Saint-Étienne.
Bayern Munich versus PSG. We have PSG taking it over Bayern by aggregated points or goals. So PSG is facing off against Arsenal.
Yeah, what a final.
Yeah, I mean it's quite an insane final. Either we will have PSG taking home both their league title and Champions League, or we will see Arsenal maybe taking home both the league title and Champions League. I mean, it's insane.
That is true. We are facing off the top English club versus the French English club. And of course, I think we're going to have one episode where we talk up this Champions League final, you know. It's going to be a super interesting one with maybe two philosophies facing each other. A defensive-minded Arsenal, or at least they've been talking about a lot as a defensive approach. Yeah. And then you have this... free-flowing, quick-paced PSG attacking on all fronts. So it's going to be super interesting. And over two matches, I think, what a performance from PSG against Bayern Munich. And this match was not at all as entertaining as the first one. There was tension, for sure. But I think PSG were more collected in the defense, and I think a bit defense-minded, which is not strange given that they scored. Dembélé already after 3rd minutes, a great goal, but the best pre-work was done by Kvaratskhelia. And that shaped the match, I think, into, if you look at it as a viewer, very different from the first one, and PSG held tight. There was a lot of talk afterwards about these handball decisions, where Bayern Munich, a lot of people were saying they should have a penalty for a clear handball on Neves, but apparently we've all learned a new thing there, that handball is not there for penalties when a teammate shoots the ball up on a teammate's arm. So that was a lesson for all of us following the beautiful game of football. I had no idea. I thought that was a clear penalty when I saw it. There was also the strange situation where Nuno Mendes has a yellow card, and then you had Leimer in Bayern Munich hitting the ball up and he's stopping it with his arm, and the referee did not give a second yellow, which I think you could argue easily that it should have been, given that it looked like he deliberately stopped play. But I want to pause here and just say that after 2 fantastic football matches between 2 fantastic football clubs, it is a bit boring that it keeps being talked about the refereeing and the refereeing mistakes. And we had the handball in the first match as well on Davies for Bayern Munich. Like, it's so much focus on these refereeing decisions. We have VAR now. Don't you think, Dennis, that VAR, it was sold to us a bit as a guarantee that refereeing discussions would be minimized?
Yeah, it really was. And I think people should maybe not stress about their decisions all too much. I mean, I think it would be quite obvious if something would be corrupt, is what I'm trying to say. And it's obviously not corrupt, not the way I see it in these games.
I agree.
There are not like extreme and weird decisions being made.
No. And I mean, giving a second yellow, so Nuno Mendes is sent off with a red card in that moment, I agree with you that it's not that extreme that early on in a Champions League semi-final, you decide not to send that player off. Because it's in the middle of the pitch as well. I think people need to think about Nuno Mendes. It's not like he's stopping a clear chance on goal there. So I agree with you there, and these corruption allegations and that the referee was being bought, etc. I think that people maybe just should take a break and look at it for what it is. There is still possibility, despite VAR, to disagree on what happens when it comes to refereeing decisions. And VAR, I mean, how is it that it could be so corrupt then that you have even the VAR referees? Are they also bribed?
Yeah.
You know, come on. It's unfortunate that we talk so much after these matches. But this match, that being said, was not at all on the entertainment level.
No.
As the first one.
No, no, not at all. I think, as we mentioned last episode, that, I mean, one of the greatest games in recent history.
For sure. And then congratulations to congratulations to PSG. I mean, they're through, and both these clubs, I mean, you could argue they deserve to go through. It was not unfair. They pulled up fantastically. They managed to get a draw at Allianz Arena. And as you mentioned, they are facing Arsenal off, and we're going to bring that to you closer to the Champions League final, because we want to stay on to the latest stuff all the times and look into potential starting 11s. We're going to look into the opponents, Arsenal, as well, and see what they got going on facing the Parisians. But we need to also mention PSG is heading to the final, but Strasbourg, they will not. They were knocked out by Rayo Vallecano. But the headlines, though, is a very weird situation after the match with Captain Emega. We've talked about him before. He has been unpopular with his attitude and the way he has been speaking about Strasbourg, and he's heading to Chelsea, we know that. But he's not playing this match. But after the match, when the fans are, you know, applauding the players, not, you know, super warm, but they're still giving their kudos that it's a good try. But when he comes, he's fully dressed. The fans turn sour. They see him as arrogant. And by looking at the picture of him, Dennis, I mean, maybe you can tell us what it is that we are. What is it that we are seeing here?
I mean, I think what we're seeing is a rich guy ready to order at McDonald's. Like, honestly, but
complaining at the McDonald's chef.
I think that's kind of the stance and the feel that I get. It's I think it's not a good ending for Emega at Strasbourg or last times there. It's very strange. What do you think? Do you have any comments on the attire?
I think it's weird. And also you had former French international goalkeeper Mikel Landreau, and I think he sums it up pretty well here. He's talking about him, Emega, being the captain of Strasbourg, and he stands in front of the stands there with sunglasses on, even though it's 11 p.m. And I mean, his point is, you don't turn up like that.
Yeah, no.
It comes off as super arrogant. I mean, and why wear sunglasses at 11 p.m.?
Yeah, it's obviously
we can even stay there.
Yeah, that's so true.
I imagine Jeff coming home from Ireland with sunglasses on at 11 p.m. I would also be pissed, you know.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. On to the next weekend, and we have our last round of the season for Ligue.
A bit ambivalent, I feel, heading into the last match week here, because it's been such an eventful season, and now we're gonna finish it off. There is, however, on Wednesday we need to mention Lens PSG, but I feel that match, since it was rescheduled, now it has more of a symbolic meaning. You have the number 1 best club, PSG, facing the number 2 best club, Lens, and it's gonna be more of a enjoyable football moment than anything to do with competition, given the 6-point difference together with 16 goal difference in PSG's favor. But looking at the weekend, Dennis, what match do you look forward to the most?
I mean, I think there are several matches here that are very interesting. We have Marseille-Rennes. That's a very interesting game. See if Marseille could play in Europa.
Will Aubameyang play despite the fire extinguisher?
I do not think so, no. Unfortunate, or I don't know if it's unfortunate for him, but given the action. But I mean, that's an interesting game, of course, and to also see if Rennes stays there, maybe grabs that 3rd spot. Then we have, I mean, Lyon-Lens, also interesting for the same reason. It is very interesting for Rennes if they could grab the 3rd spot for a sure spot in Champions League next season.
Sinayoko, can he do something? Lille Auxerre we have as well. All these matches also played 9 o'clock Sunday evening, as it should be when a league is concluded. Everyone playing at the same time.
Yeah, that's true. That's it's going to be interesting a few hours then Sunday evening.
Absolutely. And then we have a Paris derby to finish everything off, which is also a good watch. It's going to be tricky picking a match on Sunday in front of the television. But I have to move us right into the direction of Le Foot Prono. More importantly than any league table, how is this going to end? There is only 1 round left now, and the bets are in. And since Jeff is having a good time in Ireland at the moment, we're going to start off. He has sent a fax, old school, or with a dove, a letter, and he's going for 2 points. We can start off, by the way, saying that the standing heading into the final match week is Jeff is on 0, neutral balance. Me, Charlie, I am on -1, and you, Dennis?
-3.
So
It's
we need to
good.
catch up with him. Otherwise, he has the McDonald deluxe dinner on us.
I mean, I gotta have that. I gotta have that. Work on those Michelin rings around me, you know.
But Jeff is going for 2 points now, and he's saying that Lorient will win against Le Havre. Decent bet, I must say.
Yeah,
he did his homework.
Yeah, he really did his homework on that one. I think I mean, of course, Auxerre also has a lot to play for here. They could go up if they play equal or win outside of Prono. Sorry, if they win against Lille or play equal, they could have a chance to not be relegated there.
So Le Havre, Nice and Auxerre are the ones to watch for negative qualification. So for sure. And you and I, we both have our eyes set on the Paris derby for our predictions. And I can start off. I'm going for 3 points, and that is, I will get 3 points if Immobile scores against PSG. And my reasoning here is that he started on the bench last match. He did show promising form some game weeks prior. And I think this PSG side on Sunday, of course they want to finish off in style at the derby. But are their heads already at the Champions League final. Who knows? So it doesn't matter to them really, apart from some local bragging rights. They also got kicked out of the coup by Paris FC. I mean, this we'll get into maybe just now. But I think that Immobile will find a chance. And I think he's going to take that chance and he will score. 3 points. Dennis.
Interesting.
Same match, different bet.
I mean, I'm going a step further there. I'm going Paris FC beats PSG for 7 points. Insane odds. And I mean, well, I have a lot to win, basically nothing to lose. So I'm going all in on this one. And I mean, since it's kind of the same reasoning as you, Charlie, and also that PSG, their schedule has been insane lately. They have 2 games per week for some time now. And so basically my reasoning for that is, I mean, and obviously Champions League final coming up soon.
PSG, they already have their minds on the Champions League final, and you have your mind on the McDonald deluxe dinner doing this, going crazy. Going crazy. But it's a good one because each bet, if won, will take us to the leadership, and it's going to be really interesting to see. And if we don't get this one, it might look a bit nasty though with the minuses, but we can live with that. At least we try. We go for the victory. No playing safe.
That's good, Charlie.
That is it for this week. Follow us on socials, subscribe, and give us a rating wherever you listen to us. And remember, tell a football-loving friend about us. And you are always welcome to reach out for queries at lefootpodcast@gmail.com. Now we want you to have a great week and see you next Monday. Au revoir.